To my left is Blake. I am the Interim Director of Kern County Animal Services, and Blake is our Business Manager at Kern County Animal Services. I took over the Interim Director position in January. I've been with Kern County Animal Services, as Becky knows, since 2005. The last about 3.5 years I spent supervising all 3 Kern County animal shelters, Lake Isabella, Mojave, and Bakersfield. So I have some experience doing the same thing that you guys do. And I know that I have an immense appreciation for what we do in the animal welfare field, especially in the shelter. But even more so, I have an immense amount of respect for folks that do it for no other reason than because the animals need it. And that's what you guys are here for. One of the first things that I thought about when I took over as interim director is we wanted to be able to have a plan in place so that there's not constantly at all the animal shelters in Kern County, and remember there's quite a few. It's not just, you know, a few here and there. There is about a dozen animal shelters here in Kern County, and they're all constantly full. That can't continue to happen. There has to be an end to it. There has to be a plan, and I think we all know that the plan is spay-neuter. So what we've been working on since I came over in January is making use of the funds that the County Board of Supervisors gave to Animal Services for spay-neuter. We're trying to make it easier and more accessible for the general public to get a voucher if they want to spay and neuter their animals. So our department, Animal Services, has a voucher program that's partially funded by that $250,000 from the County Board of Supervisors. Now, we're trying to make best use of the vouchers because we've always felt that a voucher is the best bang for the buck. We can always arrange a spay-neuter day or a clinic day, and we could get 30 to 35 animals done at once, but those vouchers are more bang for my buck. I can get those into people's hands faster. So what we did is just a couple weeks ago, what we started out with is I took a look at what we were doing currently, and we were offering these vouchers to the general public every Wednesday from 5 p.m. to 6:30, and then 2 days a week, 2 days a month at off-site vaccination clinics. It wasn't making it easy for the public to get. So one of the first things we did is we made our spay-neuter vouchers available 6 days a week whenever the animal shelter is open. So we're open Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. except for Wednesdays we're open 12 to 7. So we thought if somebody wants a voucher, especially in a community where it's not historically real good about spay-neuter, if somebody's willing to do it and they're coming to get a voucher, I want them to be able to do it whenever we're open, period. Yeah. So that was the first decision we made. Second decision we made was we have 2 other animal shelters that we operate, Mojave and Lake Isabella. Let's put the vouchers out there. Let's do the same thing with them so that the people in their community can come to those animal shelters whenever they're open and obtain a voucher to get their animals spayed or neutered. That was the second step we made. The third step we made, and this is all over about a 4-month process. The next step we made was we went out to the Ridgecrest Animal Shelter. Kern County Animal Services, we pay the city of Ridgecrest to house the county animals at the Ridgecrest Animal Shelter. We asked them, would you guys be willing to issue our vouchers to your county residents at Ridgecrest? They said, absolutely, of course. So they're set up to issue our vouchers. The next thing we did is we looked at Fraser Park. Actually, we had a few meetings with Critters Without Litters and a few other folks, and they said, the people in Fraser Park are doing some really awesome things, and there are several different organizations that are working together for a common goal. They might be the next people that can use our support. So what we did is we went up to the Fraser Park Family Resource Center. They've been selling our county licenses for about 3 years now. So we thought, hey, do you think you guys would be willing or able to issue our spay-neuter vouchers to mountain community residents? Of course they were. So we set them up about 3 weeks ago to do that. If you have folks that are county residents that are interested in paying $20 for a spay-neuter voucher to get their animal, dog or cat, spayed or neutered, send them to the Family Resource Center. If we can't help them here, send them there. They can get a voucher and get it done there.
Are they going to be available all the time, or are they just a limited number of vouchers?
Whenever they're open.
Whenever the
Whenever
resource
they're
center
open,
is
they
open.
will have vouchers for anybody who's a resident.
Correct. The only thing that
Awesome.
I can say is that those funds for these programs that we're trying to run, and trust me, I'm trying to do everything I can to make sure that we get momentum in Kern County for spay-neuter, so that maybe somewhere down the road, maybe 3 to 5 years, we can even look at being a no-kill community. But anyway,
That's the goal.
as long as the money is still there, as long as the supervisors keep appropriating that $250,000, those vouchers here, those vouchers in Bakersfield, we'll continue to think outside the box and think of ways we can do things to stop the proliferation of unwanted animals. I mean, I've been running the county animal shelter for, like I said, 3.5 years, and there's nothing better than, to me, in my opinion, in 5 years, to walk into an animal shelter that's almost empty.
Oh, our goal is to put you out of business.
I say that often.
You can do that.
I say
Yeah,
that
I know, that's my goal.
I say that often, that there's
goal.
not too
Yeah.
many other industries where your goal
Yeah.
is to put yourself out of a job.
Yeah,
But
but
that
that's,
really is the
yeah.
goal. I mean, we want to be able to walk into, you know,
Yeah.
any animal shelter in Kern County one day and see a dozen animals, and that's it. Those are the
Yeah.
ones that are up for adoption, you know. So I think it's a realistic possibility. If you would have asked me 2 or 3 years ago, I would have said absolutely not. I can't see it happening. But I think we're in a different place, different time right now. There's folks like yourselves that care, and those people maybe weren't so vocal a few years ago, and we are now. So I think it's a good time and place to be in animal welfare. But the other thing that we wanted to do is not just, you know, set up Fraser Park Family Resource Center with those vouchers. We want to try and support what the mountain communities are doing right now. There's not too many other communities in Kern County like mountain communities. Everybody sort of gets on board with a common goal, and I think that common goal, even though we all have different ways of going about it, is stopping the proliferation of domesticated animals, dogs and cats. I think everybody has that goal up here, and there are so many organizations that are working towards that, and I don't have many other communities that are like that. So Fraser Park is special, or mountain communities is special in that way. So we want to try and support, however we can, what's already being done. Shelter on the Hill is one of those agencies that's already doing these things, and that's already grassroots involved in trying to end the problem. So whatever we can do to support what Shelter on the Hill is doing, and to be honest with you, any other organization that's reputable, that has the common goal in mind in Fraser Park or in the mountain communities, I want to try and support them in any way that we can. So that's sort of what we're trying to do. That's why I'm here today, let you guys know that, and just know that I'm no stranger to animal welfare. I've been doing this for a long time. I've also been working at an animal shelter for a long time. I've cleaned kennels myself before, and I appreciate what anybody who runs an animal shelter does, but even more so people that do it on a volunteer basis. So I just want to express my appreciation for all that you guys do.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah,